Hey, welcome to How to Build Your Own Home. This is Keith. I want to talk about something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I wanted to really fireproof a home, and I wanted to get insulation on the outside of the home, and I'm finally doing this on a mountain build that I'm doing for a client right now. Very excited. This here show is sponsored by Fireproof, and I'm going to talk a lot about this company and why I'm recommending them for this type of a product and for the install of insulation. So I want to talk about what we've done here. This is kind of a before and after. This small section of the home we've already installed. We actually started with the windows, and then we did some paper around the windows. I actually did some window seal with some bitumen. I'll do that on another post, show you how I installed those windows. But we put our money where it really matters. We put it in the insulation. Now behind the insulation, we did a double layer of paper here, which is really a standard product for stucco. And we papered that, and I could have gone really expensive on that. I could have done some peel and stick products, and I looked at the cost on that and I said, wow, that's insane. So we just kept it really simple. Given the fact that I've got 1.5 inches of mineral wool right here, 1.5 inches right here, this is really acting as my rain screen. Great product, very sturdy, very rigid, fireproof, mold-proof. You know the story. This is mineral wool, and it's the best thing you can put in your home. A lot of people would never debate me on that. Great product. But anyway, we put the paper on, then we put the mineral wool right on, which is the Fireproof product, and we fastened it with a fastener here. Now, they recommended at least 4 fasteners per sheet. A sheet is a 2-foot by 4-foot sheet, 1.5 inches. Gives us an R6. Basically, it's an R4 per inch. It's 1.5 inches. Gives us a total of an additional R6 of insulation on the exterior of the home. Now, this actually acts as not only a blanket, but it's fire retardant. That's a big benefit in the mountains here. How many homes have you seen burned down in the mountains? Now, I'm not saying the house is completely fireproof, but this here helps quite a bit. When I have aluminum flashing all the way around and my windows are aluminum, that's also helping quite a bit. And with the fasteners here, the metal fasteners, there's some other fasteners you can put on that are metal, and I'll show you on the after effect how we apply stucco to this product, which is a scratch coat. We'll show you that on the front of the home when we're done here. I just wanted to show you here, here's the first section that we've done. We've got that installed, and I'm really excited about it. One thing we've done here is that I'm standing above the porch, which is a covered porch right here. Right here below me is a peel and stick ice and water shield. We took that all the way up, tucked it into the corner, and we went up the wall about 1.5 feet. A complete water membrane protection here. Then we put our J channel, which is right down here. This is our J channel that actually holds the bottom fascia or bottom face of the mineral wool product. And then, of course, we've got our flashing, our secondary flashing, which goes behind that for our standing seam metal roof that we'll be putting on right here. So I'm really well protected, really well protected. Nothing's, even though I could have 2-3 feet of snow out here, I'm not going to get back into the house at all anywhere. And this is going to be a really comfortable home. Let's give you an after effect, and I'm going to talk more about the fasteners, a little bit more about the company when we come back in a week and show the entire house wrapped in a blanket, just like I've always wanted to do. Okay, we're back here talking about insulating the exterior of your home. And I really want to talk about the fasteners and the product that we put on the home. And we put in the Fireproof product, which is a phenomenal company, quick on the response, phenomenal communication, and they were great to work with me. So this video is really sponsored by Fireproof. I really want to thank this company. The others we won't need to mention. I contacted them. They never responded. I let them know who I am. Fireproof responded. And I'm going to tell you something about suppliers, subcontractors. Communication is just important as the product. If you can get a matching product with a company that is a better communicator and responds better, you need to go with that because they care. Anytime you find a company or a subcontractor that cares about their communication, that means that they also care about their product. It's a great telltale sign in finding a great subcontractor. So check out Fireproof, okay? Awesome company. Now I want to talk about fasteners real quick because I went through a little bit of an experience with regard to fasteners. And this is a company that I purchased some fasteners from. and they were great with the metal fastener. If I can find it here, I got it in my my pocket here. This here fastener, it's a metal fastener, and we used that. I'll give you some video on that. We used that behind the scratch coat, because the scratch coat over there is where rock is going to be applied. Now this product handles a scratch coat, even stucco, phenomenally well. Compared to foam, foam is a closed cell situation, so there's not much surface area for the actual gray coat to bond. Of course, behind that we've got a wire mesh. These were used for that wire mesh. We put them on exactly as specified by the stucco manufacturer, also the wire manufacturer. So we put them just where staples were going to go, and it acts as an additional security hold for the insulation and the wire mesh that goes on that wall. So the company that I recommend for that, that's in the description box below. The other company, it's also the same company that gave these black washers, and I found out that when I pressed in a little too much, they bent like you see there. And so a lot of my installers were kind of making a couple of mistakes and pressing a little too high. This fastener doesn't do that. When it goes in, it has a rigidity to it, and if you press a little too tight, it still holds that rigidity. It doesn't bend like that. So I really liked these fasteners, and we're putting quite a few on in missing spots with this fastener. I'll give you a link to that description as well in the description box. But these are things I learned throughout the process. What to do, what not to do, what supplies to use, what supplies not to use. So I'm very excited about that. One of the things we had to use was we had to use 22 caliber nails with a little flashing down below to help secure this. And you're seeing one of my boo-boos here. This is my drain for my rain gutter, and I was just a little too close to the foundation. So I will cut that out, put a 45, another 45, and come straight up and perfectly in line with the wall there. We're going to do batten board on this side of the home, and over there where the gray coat is, we are going to put some rock on the home. And we'll do some great videos on that as we're coming. But weather's changing, and we're trying to get this up and running so we can actually get ready. We had some snow over the weekend, and you didn't see that, but it melted pretty quick here. 1.5 inches of power wool. Check out the company. They're in the description below.